Hey guys, we're the Power Up Princesses.
I'm Annie.
I'm Juliana.
Okay, what's your issue that
Hold
you're
on.
having?
Wait, I think I got it.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, fuck.
That was unfortunate.
Oh, duh. Alright, I got it.
Nice.
Get on my level. I didn't know that bombs work like that in this game. Sometimes they don't throw that far. Or, if you're Skyward Sword, they have trajectory aiming.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that was just, that embodied the Wii.
Yeah, it did. Because, okay, so the reason Skyward Sword failed was because they tried to build a Zelda game based on a gimmick, right?
Yeah.
The entirety of Wii motion controls is a gimmick, right?
Mm-hmm.
For some games it works, but only games that it's designed for and that the formula works for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So games that involve motion in the first place, perfectly fine using the Wii motion control for. But games that don't, it's terrible. It's a horrible idea.
Yeah, okay, there was such a motion control fad.
Well, that's because Nintendo released the Wii, and it was Nintendo's most successful Nintendo's most successful console ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sold more than the GameCube plus some. It sold, I don't know, actually, I used to know how much, but I don't know exactly how much. But
okay.
It sold, and then after that, everyone jumped on the bandwagon with motion controls, and then, because Nintendo has always been innovative and tends to move on from the things that it's popular for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Nintendo knows how to innovate. They don't just get stuck on one gimmick and then are there forever.
Mm-hmm.
But the Wii, because it was backwards compatible, you had Wii U games with motion control, and you had all that stuff with motion control, and then when the Wii was dying and they were working on releasing the Wii U, they released the Motion Controls Plus, right?
Yeah.
Which was just an improvement on the remote. It wasn't an improvement on the software.
Yeah, that for me was just something that came with Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah.
That was that was
the only remote that has the... Fuck you. The only remote that has Wii Motion Plus at my house is the one that came with Skyward Sword.
Yeah, and I don't even have one that has it in it. I have those...
Yeah, the attachments.
Yeah, that make it an inch and a half longer.
Yeah, and I don't know, I think that it was a really shoddy attempt at making the lifetime of the Wii last longer.
Yeah.
And then they built an entire Zelda game around it, which already people had issues with how Twilight Princess was with its motion controls, because it wasn't actually motion controls. Fuck.
What was it?
It was... So it was just another button, right? It wasn't actually motion control.
What did it do?
It was a button.
No, but what did it do?
Literally, you shook it and it swung your sword, but you would press other buttons with it.
Oh.
To make it do combos and stuff.
Yeah, out of the 3 buttons that you press to do different stuff with your sword, one of them was motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them was shake it, and it wasn't like shake it in a specific way or do a specific thing with it. It was just shake it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that was already kind of iffy, because this is also my fear with Zelda U, is it wasn't made for that console.
Yeah.
Zelda was, or Twilight Princess was made for the GameCube, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they had to mirror the whole game for the GameCube, right? Because it was made on the GameCube, but then they were like, oh, people are right-handed, and so mirrored the entire game specifically to cater to Wii motion controls, which I think is a thing that might happen with Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Is that they've totally made the game for the Wii U, right?
Yeah.
They've done demos on the Wii U. They've, Zelda U has been a thing since 2012.
Yeah.
And I think that they've made it for the Wii U, and only with excellent localization for the Switch is it going to be great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the localization for the Wii was not great. because it was a different play style with the Wiimote rather than using the GameCube controller.
But the controllers for the Switch are much like the controllers.
Which is why I'm thinking that it's not going to be as bad.
Yeah, because it's no longer around a gimmick. It's just on a new device, and it's going to be a launch title for it. That's the only launch title that I've seen that I am remotely interested in.
Yeah,
I haven't seen like little puzzle games, like apps.
Yeah,
to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look them up right now.
They have the Switch, the game.
Yeah.
Where it's like a party game thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo has always had a focus on player interactions that are different.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that that's also a launch title, but they tend to make Zelda be launch title for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not surprising to me that it's also a launch title.
Okay, so the ones that say March 3rd are those. Hold on.
March 3rd are launch titles.
Yeah. So World of Goo.
Mm-hmm.
That's by Tomorrow Corporation. That's the same people who did Little Inferno.
Mm-hmm.
And then Super Bomberman R.
Mm-hmm.
That's from Konami.
Yep, that was a SNES game that was really popular.
It's like new and advanced. I don't think I'd like this game.
What game?
Super Bomberman R.
Super Bomberman was a blast.
Okay, Skylanders Imaginators.
Wait, I didn't read what you said.
Skylanders Imaginators?
No, this.
Oh.
He said something about these enemies, but I really forgot what he said.
I don't know what JP means. There's this that says March, like for the release date, it says March 3rd, but then in parentheses it says JP.
Japan.
Spelunker for Japan. And Snipper Clippers cut it out together for Japan. Okay, so...
You know what else comes out in 2017?
What?
The localization for Tingle's Balloon Trip.
Nice!
Yep, they're working on that. So, where I really want to play this game because I just think it's so fucking funny that they made a Tingle game. I hate Tingle, but I think it's so funny. I want to play Tingle's Balloon Trip of Love. And so I'm waiting for the localization team. It's just a group of fans that are translating it into English so that we can play it. Because the patch only works with emulators. So we are going to just play it from a computer on an emulator.
I'm really
and delete
excited.
it every night as per the rules of using an emulator.
That's true.
That is absolutely... You know what? We're using an emulator for that, but we were so stubborn on not using an emulator for GBA games.
Yeah, but how are we going to get that one?
Right?
Okay, so World of Goo seems pretty cool. And Human Resource Machine, that's another one by Tomorrow Corporation. That's a launch title, I guess. And it comes out March 3rd. And it seems cool. It says that it's a programming style game.
Wow.
It says is a visual programming based puzzle game developed by Tomorrow Corporation. It was released in 2015, but it's additionally being released on the Switch.
Nice.
Okay, Breath of Wild. I Am Setsuna. That's by Square Enix.
Nice.
What is that? I Am Setsuna. That seems pretty cool. What is this? I Am Setsuna tells the sorrowful story of Setsuna, a young woman of incredible inner strength, and the sacrifice she must undertake to save the people of her land.
Wow.
It's an RPG. It looks really pretty.
Let me see.
Do you see this?
No.
Here, let me zoom in. It's like
Oh yeah, that's
like
nice.
painted. That's nice. Okay, so I Am Setsuna. Just Dance 2017.
Yes!
Nice.
I love Just Dance.
Okay, and then 1-2 Switch.
Yeah, that's the game.
Yeah.
1-2 Switch.
That's like
Which I'm not like into. It's like the Wii Sports of the Switch.
Yeah, it is. Which
Like
is
it's really meant to display the the
capabilities
of the Switch. It's not really supposed to be a great game.
1, 2, Switch. Yeah.
You know what I'd love to watch?
What?
Demo videos for the Wii.
What do you mean?
Like just like the videos from like cons and stuff.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
For the original Wii?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll look that up later. Because I want to see it.
The ones for the NES are really funny.
Okay, it's the end of the episode.
Alright, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.